All right, Robert, as we light up, you have any questions?
Yeah, kind of. Recently at work, my assistant pharmacist had a baby, so he's out on leave, and we've had a bunch of floaters. And I was talking to one of them about the show and what we did, and one of the questions she asked was, "Are there cigars made for women?" So I was thinking, predominantly cigars traditionally in the past have been mostly smoked by men. When did that shift start, and do they make any for women?
Ooh,
That's a
that's
good
a
question.
question. Yeah, it feels loaded. I'm with Zach.
Well, like I said, it wasn't my question. It was a question put to me, so I thought I'd bring it to you.
I have answers, but it's definitely a
fair
hot
enough.
topic.
Do you tell them apart because they're pink or something, or like?
No, that's the It's a Girls.
God, I love It's a Girls. The It's a Boys were bad, but the It's a Girls, top notch.
I'm not going there.
Not touching that one.
It's too early in the episode to get that down in the weeds and dirty.
Is it?
I mean, I
No.
don't think cigars were necessarily designed for men only. You know, I think it was just predominantly done by men because it was the man thing to do. Go out, have a cigar, have a cigarette, smoking. But I mean, women were smoking cigarettes in the 20s,
Well, if not sooner.
30s?
Probably
If not
since
sooner,
the
I mean,
existence
probably
of cigarettes.
existence. Yeah, it was just in
Yeah.
lower numbers. Now, if you're talking about when was the big boom for women getting into cigars, it was probably around the 80s, around the time where cigars started getting the big boom, and started coming out with, different blends and different brands, other than, what you knew your grandfather smoked. And I think it's become a little bit more popular with the introduction of infusions and things like that, gotten a little bit more friendly, and using using pipe tobacco in cigars, making it more aroma. The aromatics a little bit better, probably helped with it as well because it draws you in a little bit more. So I wouldn't say there was a certain time where it just kicked up. I think just popularity kicked up, and therefore the numbers went up on both sides. You saw more women smoking them, and more men smoking them as well. So I don't know. That's a tough one. Anybody else got any input on that?
I agree with you. I think women in cigars. I think you can probably go back to kind of the history of women in tobacco, just like you can with men. Maybe not done as publicly, but then again, I don't know. I wasn't around. As for cigars for women, there are lines that are more advertised towards or marketed towards women, like the Tatiana line, the flavor lines like CAO, because they come in cute little, tubes that, you can toss in your purse. But, as for, and it's funny because I kind of want to have this discussion on the podcast with some of the gals that follow us. I've got a friend, and y'all have met her, Lindsay, who smokes cigars, and she smokes the same stuff the rest of us do. In a market dominated mostly by men, I guess. But I don't know that there's anything specifically made for women outside of Zach's pink V cutter and
I don't know.
but I mean outside of maybe accessories, I don't think that there's anything that's for women per se versus maybe some marketing and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, but also don't forget about Penny. Penny smokes the same stuff that we do too, and she has.
No, she smokes the better stuff. She sends us the shit.
Well, yeah. She sends us
she's all
what she feels we deserve.
It's like, you mere mortals, here you go.
You may have the
actually
scraps that have fallen from the table.
Yay, scraps!
Yay, scraps!
But I think.
Oh, go ahead. I'll wait till you're done.
No, I was pretty done. I think I think that would be a great conversation to have when we have like Penny on, or when we have, I'd like to have more, estrogen
A
on the
female
show.
perspective on it. Yeah.
Female, that's the words, female perspective.
Yeah. Because we're only speculating from our seats anyway.
Correct. I mean, but I can't say that there was a defining time. I can only say there was a upkick in popularity, and then that popularity came, more women smoking and things like that.
And it's probably because I wasn't paying attention, because it wasn't really the kind of cigar I was looking for. But I'm guessing that there have been some cigars marketed to women for a while, and I just wasn't paying attention because it's in the background. Just it wasn't the thing that stood out to me. But I have a friend, Kirsta, who smokes cigars and actually kind of introduced me to my father's cigars, because that was one of her favorite brands when we were on a work trip together. She used to consult with the company I worked for, and I don't think I've ever seen her have a flavored cigar. She might have them, I don't know, but she has very similar tastes in cigars that I do. Maduro, rich, kind of flavorful cigars.
So yeah. But as far as like they're saying, I don't know of a brand that you would consider branded specifically towards women.
The CAO brand, flavored brand, with like the cherry bomb and I want to say lunatic, but that's maybe not the right name for it. They have kind of like a name brand purse marketing kind of thing going on. They look like something that should match an accessory, and they're a little too sweet for me. But my wife likes them, so I guess they're doing their thing.
But yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Very good. I'll be sure to tell her. Thank you, guys.
Tell her to try all the things. Same thing you'd tell anybody else. Women's equality and all. That's going to get me canceled. I know it is.
I mean, we can cut that out.